Okay, and dude, so we're going to do a mock test. Alright?
Yeah.
So normal drill. Expect you to follow the road ahead at all times, unless either road markings or traffic signs direct you otherwise. I'll give you instructions in plenty of time. Don't understand where we're going, please ask and I'll repeat the instruction for you. Okay, so do up to 20 minutes of independent drive-in. Do one manoeuvre chosen at random, and we may do the emergency stop depending on time. Okay, so any questions before we start?
No.
No, okay then. Right, so I'd like you to move off when safe to do so. We're just going to let this person potentially do their parallel part first.
Yeah.
Alright, so I asked you one question within the car. So first question I'll ask you is, could you demonstrate to me how you would check the indicators are all working? Yeah, that's better, yeah. You can do it with the stalk, but putting your hazards on is a lot better.
Yeah.
Alright, as they're doing the parallel park, we'll do the other question as well, actually stationary. So could you put your fog lights on for us? No, they're not there. So twist the big knob round to the right.
Oh,
yeah, and then you see the two little circle buttons?
Yeah.
Yeah, so press them. Right, lovely. Alright, cool. Turn them off. Alright, lovely. Alright, move off when safe to do so then. End of the road, I'd like us to turn right. Then roundabout, I'd like us to turn right. Turn left, first exit. Sort of hedge, see where the long raised curve is? Yeah. Just park on the left, just before that little bit of hedge by the lamppost there. Lovely, thank you. And then and drive on one safe to do so. End of the road, like us to turn left. Roundabout, like us to turn right. Follow the road ahead, second exit. Roundabout, like to turn right, which is going to be your third exit following the signs to the outlet centre, also signposted to the town centre. turn right, which is going to be a second exit, I'd encourage you to follow the road markings for through route. So turn right, second exit, I'd encourage you to follow the road markings for through route.
Red route.
Through route. So you need to continue to follow the road ahead. Roundabout, like to turn left, first exit. Roundabout, I'd like you to turn left, first exit. Traffic lights, I like to follow the road ahead, and then the second set of traffic lights, I like you to turn left, following the signs to the bus station. So ahead at the first set, left at the second set. left. And the roundabout light to turn left, first exit. Then you come to another roundabout light to follow the road ahead. So this roundabout, turn left, first exit, then the next roundabout, follow the road ahead, please. Okay, when safe to do so, I would like to pick up the right hand lane, because the next roundabout I would like to turn right, third exit, follow the signs to Ferndale. Right, third exit to Ferndale, yeah, please. Roundabout, turn left, first exit. Roundabout, please turn right. Please, on the right. You park somewhere conveniently just after the red van.
Yeah.
So before the end of the road, park somewhere conveniently on the left, please. Oh, this road's so bumpy, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's rubbish. I do. Cool. Thank you. And then drive on when safe to do so. End of the road left. Turn left. Just park on the left for us, please. Just somewhere convenient. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the emergency stop exercise. So I'm going to look over my right shoulder. That's not an indication to slow down or begin to stop. Once I give the signal to stop, I want you to stop the vehicle as quickly and as safely as possible, okay?
Okie dokie.
Alright, so move off when safe to do so, please. I would not be asking you to do that again. Drive on when safe to do so. Cool. Roundabout, like to follow the road ahead.
Yeah.
Can you park on the left just before the silver car on the left? Please don't worry about being opposite the driveway. No, get reasonably close. So please don't worry about... Okay, can you park on the left just before that silver car?
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about blocking the driveway and don't worry about being opposite the junction on this occasion.
Okay. Park opposite.
Yeah, no, park just before it.
Yeah.
So stop, please stop, as you ain't gonna be able to get out. Right, cool, you need to reverse back a little bit because even I wouldn't be able to move off from an angle on this one.
This is cool.
Right, that do. Right, thank you. Okay, and then drive on when safe to do so.
Yep.
At the end of the road, turn left.
No, end of the road, turn right.
Vicarage Road.
So end of the road,
You
please
will
turn
arrive
right.
at your destination
So
at
just ignore her.
11:16 a.m. Turn left.
So turn right.
After 200 yards, enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4587, Acres Way.
Okay, you see that all right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'd like to follow the sat nav now, please.
Alright.
Enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4587, Acres Way.
Yeah, it did surprise me as well when people were we go around the roundabout the wrong way.
Sounds good.
After 300 yards, enter the roundabout and take the second exit, B4587, Acres Way.
Okay, so class, this is right, so this is turning right, second exit at the roundabout.
Enter the roundabout and take the second exit. After 300 yards, enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4587, Merton Road. Enter the roundabout and take the first exit. After 100 yards, enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4534, Merton Road, then take the second left. After 200 yards, turn left. Turn left, B4534, Merton Road.
Okay, the next roundabout, I would like to turn left, first exit to Spa Cells. Now, she's going to tell you to follow the road ahead, but I would like
After
to turn left,
300
even though that's
yards,
pointing left.
enter the roundabout and take the second exit, B4534,
I'd like you to
Midway.
turn left, first exit to Spa Cells, please.
Enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
So continue following the sat nav.
Yeah.
safe to do so. We could park on the left. See where the green box is, where that
After
wooden
200
fence is. Park on
yards,
the left.
enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4534, midway.
That'll do. Thank you. And then drive on when safe to do so. Turn left.
Enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4534, midway. After 300 yards, enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
So please follow the sat nav.
Enter the roundabout and take the first exit, B4534, midway. After 100 yards, enter the roundabout and take the third exit, Hillmead Drive. Then, you have reached your destination.
Continue driving for me.
You have reached your destination, Hillmead Drive.
And then if you could park on the right, just after the last big sign on the right, so just by that hedge. So you can park on the right, just after this MTD sign, just after it. You. And then all I'd like to do now, please, just like to reverse back 2 car lengths, keep close proximity to the curb on the right. That'll do it. Thank you. And then drive on when safe to do so. Nothing wrong. Roundabout, I like to turn right, do a U-turn, go all the way around the roundabout, and back on yourself. So turn right, 4th exit, go all the way around the roundabout, back on yourself, please. Park up on the left, just where like the sort of curb's damaged, like the middle drain.
Alright.
So the curb, just park here, just where the drain, where the curb's damaged. There you go. Alright, cool. Alright, and then just turn off the engine for us. Okay then, how do you feel that went then?
Alright.
Alright, okay, so you don't know. So how do you feel it could have been better then? Because it wasn't perfect.
I know. At the very last minute.
Okay, so the bike, yeah. So just be careful like your observations. So you got a little bit of a closed junction this roundabout behind us. It'd have been better maybe if you just, well, it would have been better if you'd have been a little bit slower, just going to give you a bit more time. The motorbike, you haven't really affected it, but you sort of like, as you come up a bit fast, you realise you sort of committed yourself. You see the bike, you're like, oh, shall I start? Oh no, and you carried on going. If you just would have carried on going, on that scenario would have been better, rather than been undecisive. But in retrospect, you should have been a little bit slower on approach to give yourself a little bit more time. Because obviously, if the motorbike was going a lot faster, you would have been in trouble. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Mirrors, maybe.
Well, so you're just trying to read my notes.
Maybe.
Right, so I'll go through it in order. Obviously, the show me tell me questions, we've done both stationary. Obviously, we do one stationary, which was the indicators. The other one we do the fog lights on the move. Whatchamacallit, so obviously just be a bit more aware of where the fog lights were, because obviously I helped you locate them. Yeah. All right, so generally speaking, not a too bad drive to begin with. Your first issue was coming up to Great Western Way. All right, so basically you come into a roundabout just before Bruce Street Bridges by Lidl B&Q. You need to make sure you check your mirrors prior to slowing down. So you come into like a 30 zone from a 50, reduce your speed to follow the road ahead, and no mirror checks. And we're turning right for Bruce Street Bridges. You needed to, I would promote you to indicate right on approach. So you changed lanes, lovely, stayed in the right hand lane, didn't indicate. You indicated off. So when we come off the roundabout, as in a left signal, but it would have been nice to indicate right actually on approach. Yeah. Just to help the flow of traffic where you're going. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Then this was a little bit odd. Okay, so we are heading towards the outlet centre, and then for some reason you're in the left lane, which is lovely. And then can you please tell me why you decided to pick up the right hand lane?
Oh, I can't remember.
It's like you copied the car in front. It's like the car like picked up the right hand lane, or maybe you were hanging on to the outlet centre, I don't know. And then I said to you, right, we're going to turn right, second exit, and then I'll promote you to follow the road markings for a through route. Trying to hint that you want to get back over to your left lane, obviously only one safe. Then you went across, turned right, entered the car park, and then remember, we're following the road ahead at all times, so we don't really want to go to the outlet centre. We're not going to that car park. So you did check your mirrors and come back over to the left. So it wasn't ideal, it was all right, but definitely just be, you know, you're not in your normal driving position. You just randomly picked up the right hand lane. Yeah. Okay, now lucky enough, no one's undertook you and you haven't had an impact on any road user because the road was really, really quiet. Okay, then Farringdon Road, I asked you, I'd like you to follow the road ahead at the traffic lights. Yeah. And then turn left at the second set of traffic lights following the signs to the bus station. Now, why didn't you stay to the left at the first set of traffic lights? You went into the middle lane. And then, fair play to you, you like checked, realised you're in the wrong lane, then you moved across. Yeah. But just try and listen to instructions and don't make life difficult for yourself, because if the road would have been really, really busy, you'd have got yourself in a right light pickle. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Come through Station Road. Happy days, that was all good through like by the train station. And then we were turning right on the Great Western Way heading towards Ferndale. Yeah. And I said, because it's quite busy, I said you pick up the right hand lane when safe to do so. I'd like you to turn right, third exit for Ferndale. Just be careful not to force your way out. Now you need to encourage your way out sometimes, but on that scenario I just would have waited for that BMW. You've like indicated right, and then the BMW's like gestured you across, is held back. Yeah. So just be careful not to force your way across, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Because you should see, like, by checking your mirrors, which you did, you should see that there's an opportunity that's going to come, because there's nothing in the right hand lane after that BMW. So it would have been good just to wait for that BMW to overtake and then move across. All right, it was all right. Yeah. Yeah. But again, just to give you some, just to give you a bit of advice in future, that's all. Yeah. And then when we're turning right on that roundabout, heading towards Ferndale, please ensure you check your left door mirror to make sure no one's coming up on the inside. So you checked your mirrors, indicated right, lovely, going around the roundabout, now we're breaking away, which is great, but you didn't check your left door mirror to come off. Now if you don't look, you don't know. Now you're very lucky that nothing was coming up on the inside. But I cannot stress enough that you must make sure you check your left door mirror before coming off on a roundabout of that, yeah? Yeah. Okay, and then our emergency stop was quite good, but just be careful not to rush afterwards. It's like you could see the postman right in the distance. Now you've done your checks like unbelievably fast and you just drove off. Now don't be frightened, because obviously the postman was coming up at a rate of knots. It was quite far away, not denying that. And don't be frightened just to indicate left, just to show that you've stopped. So you've stopped, but if that postman was closer to give you advice, I just would have indicated left to show you stopped if you know it's going to overtake you. Because this is coming at a rate of knots, it did start to creep over to the right hand side of the road. You've checked, indicated, and got on with it, so that hasn't had an effect on him. All right, this is very important. Okay, parking. I said to you, I'd like you to park on the left before the silver car. Don't worry about blocking, and you've already begun to slow down and ready to park. Always let me, stroke obviously your driving examiner, finish their instructions. If you're unsure about something, so then you parked on the left, and I said, no mate, I want you to go a bit further up, so don't worry about blocking the driveways. Park just before the car. And then you went to go alongside, and I was like, well, no mate. Yeah, because I didn't want you to do the parallel park there. So if I wanted to do the parallel park, I'd obviously been much more specific with my instructions. Yeah. All right. So, and then just be careful not to get too close as well. Then I had to get you to reverse back, so that wasn't ideal. Yeah, you've done all your checks and stuff, but you just get yourself in a tiny little bit of a stress as well. Yeah. Agreed. And then use of speed at spa cells.
Oh yeah.
So we're turning left, all right, gone into the estate, all right, and then you're coming down like a bend, all right, you got a load of parked cars on the left, all right, and what do you call it, just be careful, yeah, because you've got to go on the wrong side of the road on a bend. Now you weren't speeding, but your speed was very positive. In other words, if another car comes towards us, then you're going to be in trouble. So definitely would have been a little bit slow. Obviously look for reflections off the parked cars and stuff. And your speed needs to be relevant to what you can see. So the less you can see, the slower you want to be. So that was just a little bit fast. You wouldn't fail for the use of speed, but yeah. All right, and then obviously observations with the bike. Okay. So that's what you need to work on.
Okay.
Agree with all that?
Yeah.
All right.